Alright guys, so I'm usually not in this aisle. I'm usually in the beverage aisle, but today, since it's Sunday, we don't have a truck, fortunately. But unfortunately, because we don't have a truck, that means I have to help out other sections in my department, sadly. The only reason why I say sadly is because other people, my coworkers in my department, they don't help me out when I'm struggling in beverages. Once they're done with their freight, they just go home and I'm just left to like struggle. That's why I'm not doing a great job at zoning correctly, because it's not my section to really care about, and I'm just here to make it look decent, not perfect. I just don't get along with my coworkers like that, honestly. Starting off with the first question by Prepare to Take Off. Hey, I just submitted my recorded interview via HireVue today, and I'm hoping that I get accepted. Based on your experiences, would you say that it's hard to pass the interview stage, or is it a bit easier? I appreciate any information. Thanks. Personally, in my experience with recorded interviews through via hire or whatever it's called, most likely there's like a good 50% chance you might actually get the job, and they might call you to come in for your rotation and ask you what's your availability beforehand. And honestly, it just depends on if the store is desperate or not. I've seen a lot of my hiring managers go through a lot of applicants, mostly based on their appearance alone. If you worked at Target before once, I don't know, a couple years ago, you're automatically pulled to the front of the list compared to someone that has no experience at Target. So there's that information. Hope that helps. K's Vlogs 101 says, hey there, I'm an experienced 17-year-old deciding to work at Target for a job to make money. Is stocking a thing I'd be into? How does things work step by step? Where would I go for help and things like that? What if I forget my clock-in number? So whenever you apply for a position, you're most likely gonna be offered that position and stay working in that department that you applied for. There is gonna be very rare occasions where you get pulled out of your department for like a day or two to help out in another department. That's very common to be cross-trained at Target, especially if you're in fulfillment, where you get dragged into helping either consumables or general merchandise with their unloading or stocking. I can't really necessarily tell you or explain the step by step. Go watch my videos for that if you want to learn more. And there's a lot of people that can help you. Most of the time, you're gonna get helped by either your team lead, which is number one, your ETL, which is gonna be number two, and depending on other issues that you need help with, HR is always available. There are two in every store, and I wouldn't really worry about forgetting your employee number because it will basically live inside your head for free. It's kind of like when you were a kid in high school, middle school, elementary, right, where you put in your lunch number. It's kind of like that. It's something that you don't forget. It happens, I guess, but you're not gonna worry about forgetting your employee number because there's always gonna be your HR that's gonna help you out with that information. So I wouldn't be too stressed about that. Jew One Fool says, I didn't know Target also allows us to wear vests over casual clothing. I might start doing that since I work in meat and frozen. Where did you get yours, bro? So the vest that I'm currently rocking, I got that vest way back in 2022 on Amazon. I think for like 20 bucks. It was a really good deal. But Target does also sell vests on their Bullseye website. I looked at the clothing and all of their stuff is really overpriced just for a little measly Target logo. I wouldn't recommend you buying anything from there unless you really love Target or you're like a lead or ETL. It's mostly for people that are catered to that type of worker. I'm gonna use a ladder at the moment because I need to stock lemonade juices on the top shelf, and there's a lot of room in the back, but I can't seem to reach it since I'm 5'8", which is a pretty tall height in my opinion. And here's what I'm talking about. I need to climb on the ladder, and voila, there's a bunch of space in the back that I need to organize to make room for the stuff that I'm needing to stock. Honestly, this is a common occurrence in beverages. There's a lot of space in the back, but the thing is, either whenever I'm not not here, whoever's stocking my stuff is too lazy to get a ladder and stock it themselves and just make more room in the back. I get it, no one wants to do beverages. I hate doing beverages myself, but like, damn, it really makes my job a little harder if I'm the only one doing the stuff correctly. At the end of the day, I'm getting paid like what, a measly $15.50, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. So usually now what I do is I bring out 2 pallets of beverages and then I put it on a U-boat and I stock one aisle, and once I'm done with that aisle, I go back to the pallet, grab stuff from the other aisle to stock, and then boom, that's pretty much it. So I don't know why, but they scheduled me to come in at 12 instead of 4 a.m. and I leave at 7. So since there isn't any ETLs or team leads at the moment, it's 2 o'clock currently since they all left. I get to wear my AirPods without a care in the world. I love this for me. So we're like 3 videos into this new Target series at this new location, and I still haven't showed you guys the break room. This is it. It's pretty disappointing. It's really ugly and small. This is the smallest break room I've ever seen at a Target, which is a new low. That's a new record, not a good record to beat, honestly. And the vending machine for the beverages doesn't work, so they have literally nothing at all, and that's pretty disappointing too. And here is the stuff that we get for 4th of July. Pathetic.
A hash brown, a large Coke, and then
So the first thing I do once I get here in the early morning is I go to the zebra station and I make sure and see which zebra is actually functional, and I just log in. If the scanner doesn't work, that means the zebra doesn't work, and so I just log out of the zebra and then I get a new one. And usually sometimes the longest this will take me is like 5 minutes just to find a functioning zebra. Yeah, Target is horrible when it comes to its technology. After I get a zebra, I go straight to the restroom and think to myself, where did life go wrong for me to work at Target at 4 in the morning? After evaluating my life, I go straight to stocking, and this pretty much is really easy and simple to do. I blast my music while I'm doing this on the speaker, and so that's why I'm doing a voiceover, because I myself do not want to get copyrighted or get my video taken down by YouTube or TikTok or whatever platform I'm posting this video on. But mostly I stock beverages, and beverages is pretty much a crappy position to be working in the store. I work in consumables and beverages is my section, unfortunately, but it really is easy stocking because most of the time sparkling waters or sparkling sodas, I don't know what it's called, they usually sell really quick, and so the shelves are usually empty. And whenever the truck comes in today, I get to put the items on the shelf very easily and very quickly, and once I'm done with the vehicle, I have nothing left on my U-boat over here, which it's some days it's a good day, some days it's a bad day. Today is a good day because there's barely anything on the shelf, and so it's quicker for me to stock easily. And I'm currently finished with my vehicle. All the things you see on this U-boat is back stock, so I'm gonna go in the back and just put that there.
I don't know.
I've been working here for 35 years. So tired of this. They got me doing bitch work. They got me stalking. I don't know why they got me stalking instead of being in the office supervising my employees or my co-workers. I've been here since 2001. I was even paid $5.60 when I first started. Now I'm getting paid $15.50. Ridiculous.